Hey y'all, and welcome to PolitiBrawl. My name is Brian, and Donald Trump roasts these world leaders right to their face, and they deserved it.
Strong NATO is good for Europe, but it's also good for the United States. The US military presence in Europe helps to protect Europe, but it also helps the United States project power to the Middle East, to Africa, and I think also that the cloud, the military cloud of Europe, the economic cloud, the political cloud, also is helpful dealing with Russia. And we look forward to the meeting we're going to have with President Putin, and I think that leaders are also looking forward to your thoughts about the meeting with President Putin later on.
Well, I have to say, I think it's very sad when Germany makes a massive oil and gas deal with Russia, where you're supposed to be guarding against Russia, and Germany goes out and pays billions and billions of dollars a year to Russia. So we're protecting Germany, we're protecting France, we're protecting all of these countries, and then numerous of the countries go out and make a pipeline deal with Russia, where they're paying billions of dollars into the coffers of Russia. So we're supposed to protect you against Russia, but they're paying billions of dollars to Russia, and I think that's very inappropriate. And the former chancellor of Germany is the head of the pipeline company that's supplying the gas.
Oh boy. Okay, this is brilliant. Basically calling out all these other NATO allies who are trying to sit there and look like they're reasoning with Donald Trump, trying to guide his hand and help him along. And what he's going to say next absolutely blows the doors off these people and exposes the inherent weakness in the European system.
Ultimately, Germany will have almost 70% of their country controlled by Russia with natural gas. So you tell me, is that appropriate? I mean, I've been complaining about this from the time I got in. It should have never been allowed to have happened. But Germany is totally controlled by Russia because they were getting from 60 to 70% of their energy from Russia and a new pipeline. And you tell me if that's appropriate, because I think it's not. And I think it's a very bad thing for NATO, and I don't think it should have happened. And I think we have to talk to Germany about it. On top of that, Germany is just paying a little bit over 1%, whereas the United States, in actual numbers, is paying 4.2% of a much larger GDP. So I think that's inappropriate also. You know, we're protecting Germany, we're protecting France, we're protecting everybody, and yet we're paying a lot of money to protect. Now, this has been going on for decades. This has been brought up by other presidents, but other presidents never did anything about it.
Y'all, what a brilliant display by Donald Trump here. Okay, he does three basic things. He takes control of the boardroom, he takes control of the narrative, and then he reminds everyone in that room how the world is supposed to work. And that is exactly what you want out of the leader of the free world. It's a shame that we currently don't have him back in office again to, keep the world from absolutely falling apart like it currently is. It's an absolute mess out there, and these European leaders have allowed it to go this way because it turns out Trump was completely right. He understands geopolitics better than they do, but he also understands that conflicts are bad. I know, shocker. But these leaders also know that the US pays their military bills, and Donald Trump does not like that. And I don't think it's fair either. These people are protected by the United States, and they don't pay their fair share. And that's something that he got them to do during his presidency. He actually got them to start paying into NATO again. And what he does in this boardroom is basically remind everyone who's really in charge. And he triggers everyone in there, and you can tell. But if you want to trigger people, if you want to trigger your hippie liberal friends, I suggest you go to basedby.shop. It has an amazing selection of merchandise that you can use to easily trigger every liberal in your group. So these people think that they need to hold Trump's hand, bring him along, and bring him up to speed. The reality is he knows more than they do. The reality is he's probably a bit more morally based than these people are, because they've allowed world conflict to happen under their watch after Trump left. And they know that the US will come in, swoop in, and save them, because the US pays for their military defense. And it's about time that we start reevaluating who pays for whose defense, because I don't ultimately think it's fair, and Donald Trump certainly doesn't either. Folks, my name is Brian. Hope you enjoyed this segment on PolitiBrawl. Catch you on the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until then, y'all have a good one.